You want to know three questions that literally could double your practice without working hard, and you can make it work like a machine. How do I know this is true? Because we just came back from the Generational Legacy Day One, Day Two boot camp. In the last 2 weeks, week and a half of coaching calls have been unbelievable because you get a parent, you get their two or three kids, you get the mom, you get the siblings, you get the aunts and uncles, and this may sound unbelievable, but these three questions will guarantee that this happens. And guess what? You're not going to have to beg for them. They're going to ask you. First of all, what's the purpose? What do you have to stop doing before you start doing something else? Well, you got to stop wanting to build a practice. Now you think, Fred, that's freaking crazy. What are you talking about? Because when you want to build a practice, then you want to close a patient. When you want to close a patient, you're speaking to one person, you're selling them a program, you're talking about the principle, and you hope they get it with your patient education model. You're speaking to their left brain, but guess what? People don't learn new concepts. What's a new concept? Oh, the principle of chiropractic. In fact, the spinal cord is a lifeline carrying energy to all the organs. Spinal structures, determining whether you're in the state of health or state of disease. That's a bit abstract to the left brain, so they're learning it in their right brain. That's a different language. That's not information. That's not education. So once you learn to change beliefs in their right brain, then it goes over to the left brain in their subconscious mind and now their lifestyle. So here's the thing, rather than build a practice trying to close a patient, our purpose becomes we're trying to break generational health patterns. That's the goal. So we're not looking for health problems, we're looking for health patterns. What's that mean? Patterns are systems. That means you have an immune system problem, you have a respiratory system problem, you have a musculoskeletal system problem, you have a cardiovascular problem. You go through all the systems of the body, and systems, patterns in systems pass through generations. So, what did we talk about? Hey, your asthma, you have an immune system problem. By the way, that's generational. Question one, who'd you get it from? Which one of your parents, aunts, uncles have immune system problems? That could be cancers, autoimmune, allergies, sinus problems, hay fever, or like you, asthma or digestive problems, irritable bowel, right? You could be mimicking that postural pattern because those patterns are not genetic. They are acquired postural patterns. Unless they have an anatomical anomaly passed through generations, they're acquired. Why? Because kids mimic their parents' posture. They establish their belief systems. They grow up on a diet. They grow up in the same house. They mimic postural patterns. Why? Because as much as you don't think you want to be like your mom and dad, you are. Maybe not in all ways, but you're certainly carrying their postural and spinal structural problem. First question, who'd you get it from? Second question, who are you giving it to if they have kids? Which kid is just like you? Hey, if you have irritable bowel, which kid has ear infections, allergies, asthma, digestive problems? Depends on their age, right? Your kid, your son, your daughter is probably following your same pattern. Now we know one thing, parents will go to the ends of the earth to make sure their kids didn't suffer like they did, right? And that's what you would say. Now, third question. So, first, who'd you get it from? Second, who are you giving it to? Third, who else in your family has it? Now you're talking about siblings, nieces, nephews, all that. So the goal is to break the generational pattern in the whole family tree, not just closing a patient, begging to get their spouse for day two, and a lot of them don't. Talking to them over and over and over and bringing their kids, and some come right away, and some you talk to for years and they don't bring them. Why? Because you didn't have the purpose to break, this is Italian, to break a generational pattern. That's the difference. Three questions. Who'd you get it from? Who are you giving it to? Who else in your family has it? Fourth question to set them up with an appointment. Do they live in the area? Because when that's yes, now they're going to ask you to bring them and start making appointments right from day one. Now, when you do this, how do I know it works? Because I've been teaching this for years. Because chiropractors in elite are turning one into three, one into five, even, one into two is doubling your practice, not let alone one into three, one into five. So even if a person doesn't have kids, they got it from someone. They may have siblings. Unless they're an only child that just was immaculate conception, and if there's anybody in the area, you give them purpose to break the generational patterns. Man, it's so powerful and so effective. Let's go beyond creating a practice. Let's go beyond getting a singular close and let's expand our purpose. Just like this lighthouse, man, we're bringing heaven to earth. We have an illuminated chiropractic principle message. We are breaking generational health patterns because we're getting the generations that aren't even born yet. Man, we're going to create a belief system and a purpose that we're not just creating patients, we're creating people that have more purpose than most chiropractors. So there you go. Hey, go to Elite Coaching LLC, schedule a generational legacy breakthrough call. Let's talk about what you want to do. I'll give you some great tips, this one and much more, on exactly what to do to get more family members and family trees under care than ever before. All right, love you guys. Hey, we got a retention boot camp coming up August 22nd, 24th. Man, that's a big one. That'll show you how to go from a 40-50 PVA into a 100 plus PVA. All right, love you guys. Peace.